Morning, everyone. It's Thursday, and it's a beautiful rainy day here in New York. Must be about 50 degrees. The beginning of the week, we were minus 10. So it's pretty interesting here in the city. You never know what you're going to find. And I'm excited because I'm looking for Leah to join us after a long absence. And she's got some real insight into the wall. She sees it, and she's been there. So this is Joyce. America Speaks, the voice of Joyce. And why am I on? Because I am looking for all of you who were following me on Periscope to join me here as you suggested on YouTube, and to get this up and running so that it can be monetized and you guys can send me to foreign countries where they're already investing in infrastructure. Hi there, Leah. Hi, it's great to see you. I can see it, right? I don't know if I should try to see. Hold on. If we're going to try and do it, the device is locked. I can see the comments, yes. I was going to try and turn it, but for some reason it's locked, so I don't know if I can. Whoop, that just does the, so yes, I can see the comments. They come out white, but I can read it. So, hi. And I thought maybe you'd like to speak about the wall or ask a question or something, because that's what's being debated. $5.7 billion. Does anyone really want that investment in more walls that don't seem to keep people out at all, and certainly don't keep drugs out of the economy? The drugs come in through points of entry, not at all through the border crossings. They come in legally. Plus the fact we have our own pharmaceutical industry that is helping to spread drugs throughout the country. Well, the wall is unnecessary from coast to coast, and we already have a wall, and that's not being reported. Leah knows, she's been there. So why are we shutting down government, hurting so many people? Millions and millions have to be suffering because of this shutdown. And $5.7 billion can go a long way to basic infrastructure and climate mitigation. It makes no sense to me at all. It evidently doesn't make sense to Leah either. And my feeling is, why is a minority party, which is the Senate, going along with what Trump is asking for, when they know, as well as we do, that this is not a necessity on anyone's mind? Ask the people. You heard that the shutdown might cost more than $5.7 billion negotiating for the wall. I actually would not be surprised, because you have 1 million people in limbo. 1 million people touch how many people? 5 to 20? So you have 5 to 20 million who are being affected. And then you have the DACA kids who will not get a path to citizenship because it'll just throw it into turmoil, right? The ramifications and ripple effect of this shutdown are a disaster. People are walking out of air traffic control rooms. TSA is not coming in. Certainly baggage handlers who only get $7.25 an hour don't have an incentive to work. And people are going to be taking anywhere from 3 to 4 hours to be processed in most locations. So why bother? Why do this dreadful thing that they have done? I don't understand it. And please, anyone ask a question. Leah had told me personally on the phone about her concerns about solar energy in San Diego. It is evidently put there by a utility, and the utility must be getting a rebate not only from her, but from the federal government if she uses it, and she gets no benefit. That is not correct. Certainly, as a private citizen, you should be getting the benefit of the solar system that you put in place and that you can then sell that energy back to the grid. Any feelings from anybody on the state of the 2020 elections? Truthfully, I don't think Trump will be running again. I think his approval numbers are really low. I think that the minority that they're catering to is not the general public. And I don't think it is a concern for any of us, really, because it's, as I said, a small, vocal minority. I know, Leah, you hope I'm right, but I really believe it with all my heart that no, this is not going to be repeated. I hope they'll come to their senses too, but my feeling is that there must be an awful lot of money involved, a great deal of money. Otherwise, why are they sticking with him? What are they afraid of? And if they're so fearful, then they're being blackmailed. And you know what? They shouldn't be with him in any case, because there is no guarantee that whatever they do is going to be condoned. So they may as well operate as their own conscience tells them. I think you're right, Leah. They got their 2 Supreme Court justices, and they should call it a day. They got what they wanted. I agree with you wholeheartedly. There's no reason for what they're doing, except for one, that they're all making a killing on fossil fuels. The Department of the Interior is open to sell public lands cheap to fossil fuel companies. The Department of Alcohol and Tobacco is open so that people don't lose liquor licenses. So there are a lot of exemptions as ordinary people continue to suffer, because this administration does not care who suffers. It's already a known fact, according to the Affordable Care Act, with everything the GOP has done to discourage registration, 7 million people are uninsured at this point. That's far more than before. Far more. There were maybe 4 million a couple of years ago when Obamacare or the Affordable Care Act came into being. Now it's 7 million. And you know, I hear about people talking about their plans, and they don't sound as if they're all that good. So that's a pity. And Leah and I were talking about the field for 2020. You know, we need to be able to win over everybody who's not voting now. We got a really good turnout for the midterms, but in 2020, we're going to need so much more. You're going to need to tap into the 100 million folks who never voted. And also, after the shambles this administration will leave behind, we're going to have to hit the ground running. That's why I wish I had more followers on YouTube. I came here as requested. You can't see a path to beat Trump if he's still in? I do, actually, because I think that the hype around him, Leah, is a very vocal minority. It's not decent people who voted for him, and they've recanted. Most of the country is thinking common sense laws. Most of the country does not want this division. So I think that if we're scared of Trump, or anyone is scared of Trump, we're wrong to be scared, because it is still a small minority that stays with him. It's not the majority. The majority wants to move forward. I know, you hope I'm right, but I feel it in my bones. I actually feel in my bones that if we said, okay, we'll give you the wall, that wouldn't end it. And the GOP would be splintered enough that they wouldn't even want it. So it's like you're up against somebody who does not negotiate. All you can hope is they're in breach of some kind of a contract and you can then deal with someone else. Our only hope is that the Senate today uses the two bills that they have and that they becomes a starting point for them. That would be a good thing. So, and then they get down to negotiating a real policy for America, which they've never done. It's sad. They have no budget. They haven't passed the budget. I don't think they even know how to do it. Right, I know what he said. He says a lot of things, but he's narcissistic. So, you know, he's bound to say whatever boosts his own ego, whether it's right or not right. There is no other way out for him. You know, it's a pity, but there isn't. And if you can think of how we can get people to come on here, you didn't find it so difficult to log on, did you, Leah? And I think that YouTube is a great way to go. Certainly, we can attract an international audience as well, which we've done before. And Lord knows I want to be able to go to travel internationally and bring everything that I see back to everyone in real time. And maybe somebody from the group would come with me on my travels. I know today I'm going to go take a course in photography with the 8 Plus because this is the only phone that does YouTube Live. I've been putting it on Twitter, Leah, and I've been posting it on Twitter. What should I do? Do a Periscope afterwards, you think? And tell people that I am switching or have switched to YouTube based on their comments and that they should follow me here? When you looked me up, did you look me up under Joyce Silver or America Speaks? Which one? Or Voice of Joyce? Which one? In your settings to put hashtags. Okay, Joyce Silver. Which settings? In YouTube settings to put Joyce Silver? Or Periscope? So if you tell me how to do it, I'll do it. Or I'll find someone who lets me do it. You know, because this is all new to me. In YouTube, you can put hashtags based on your topic. I had it on there today. I did a heading based on the topic. So how do I do that in settings? Well, I guess I'll research it and find out. And see what I can do. There is a heading for the channel, and because I put down America Speaks, the Voice of Joyce, and then gave it a title for what we're discussing. Okay, that's what I'll do then on Monday, is I will do a Periscope before the YouTube. You're right, I do need a social media manager, and I do need a kid. I don't know anyone here. But you're absolutely correct, because I'm not familiar. You know, maybe I'll go back to my temple and somebody there helped me set this up. But I don't know how to do the rest of it. So, okay, I think that's probably a good idea, because people are still reading the blogs, but I don't see any traffic into YouTube at all. You know, there's maybe 2 of us here, and that's it. So, and I'm willing to change. And I really did think this was a great way, if we got 1,000 people to come here, to kind of monetize the system. You think people don't know I'm here yet? Okay. So you're right. Then I think a couple of minutes before going on YouTube, I should be on Periscope, and then tell everyone to join me on Periscope. Or rather, to join me on YouTube. Okay. So, do you think I should end this early, Leah, and pick it up on Monday, or should I do something on Periscope right now, though it's after the hour by 20 minutes? What do you think, kiddo? You mean go on Periscope and let people know? Okay, I'll do that. Okay, so I'm going to sign off and say have a great weekend to you and everyone else. And I'm going to go on to Periscope. Okay, I'll do that. Thanks, kiddo. Hey, welcome. Thanks for the chat. I appreciate it. Take care and have a great day. And I'll try and call you next week, see how you're doing. Bye now, honey. And have a wonderful weekend, whoever watches. Bye now. See you on Periscope.